Let's go have some lunch and a talk out in the woods. Stay tuned. So I just came upon this secondary campsite on the other side of the lake, and this is what I came across. This is obnoxious and despicable. Some good plastic with some fresh veggies, an air pump. I think I might steal that. Oh, it's ranch dressing. Good, good. Whatever camper needs, some nice ranch dressing. An inflatable air mattress, fishing pole, frying pan. Oh, and I saw this. A hatchet. I might take some of this stuff. I don't know, it looks like they got out of here in a jiffy. I don't know if there was an emergency or whatever. They didn't want to pack out everything. Don't do this, guys. Pick up after yourself. My gosh. What a failure. Foreshadowing. Another thing, it looks like they went potty. Very close to the campsite. Don't do that, guys. I get it. Sometimes there's emergencies, but you shouldn't be doing your business like 2 steps away from where people are camping, sleeping, walking around. That's just yucky. Ugh. Another failure. Hey everybody, it's Outdoor Rayaf. Good to see you again. Thanks for joining. What do I say? I wanted to try this new toy I got. It's a table from Fire Maple. Yeah, Fire Maple. So it screws together. One end of it has a tip that stabs in, and the rest of it just screws together. Oh, you're right in the sun, aren't you? Darn it all. Oh yeah, look at that. Right. And that way I can do it like this. So, for today's lunch, Mexican style rice and bean bowl. I'm gonna cook it in the boiling water again. Got my gas canister and my little stove that you've seen before. MSR Pocket Rocket. Probably give a little hiss. That's okay. Yep. Ooh. Now we're cooking with gas. Get it? Peanut butter. Chunky peanut butter. Who likes chunky peanut butter? Seriously, let's be honest. Ugh. Crackers. Ooh, hot sauce. A powdered hot sauce. They used to give these cute little things of that Tabasco sauce. They look like Christmas ornaments. They're so cute. Hey-o! Uh-oh. Oh. While we're waiting, I will throw away my trash like a good camper boy. Hiker boy. I am going to do the hot sauce, believe it or not. But if I do, sometimes it goes through me like an x-ray. Powdered hot sauce. How can it be powdered and sauce? What was it? Deep thoughts? Hope you guys are enjoying. It's been a long time since I made a video. Actually, if you're this far in the video, talking about videos that I've made, I've put up recently shorts. A bunch of shorts from my trip to Spain, which is where I want to take the rest of this video once I get munching on this. My experience there, and my failures. Oh, yeah. Oh, as one might expect, it looks like rice and beans. Smells Mexican-y. And cheesy, too. Nice hiss. The new school year is almost upon us, and I wanted to talk about a frowned upon word, and that is failure. Most of us, I mean, if you are human, then all of us have failed at something or another in your life, and you will continue to fail. It's just part of being human. I failed miserably at traveling alone and exploring my second home which is Spain. I was originally going to go for 10 days and I cashed it after 5. It just became overwhelming. I got to get you out of the sun. So, like I said, I originally set out for 10 days and I came back after 5. But in those 5 days, I learned a lot about traveling, about myself. So the next time I want to try to do this trip to Spain, and there will be a next time, I'm going to learn from those mistakes and I'm not going to make them again. And that's the message I want to send to you at whatever stage of life you're in. It's okay to fail, as long as you walk away from that failure having learned something. But failure is probably the best teacher that you're ever going to have in life. Backstory is that almost 30 years ago, I lived in Madrid, Spain for a year. I was a college student there. It was my junior year in college. I turned 21 over there. I took college classes there, all in Spanish. But what really sticks out are the people I met, where we traveled. Not just the people I met, like fellow students, but there's also some people that I lived with. That made the whole experience the greatest time of my life. And I wanted to recreate that. Back then, traveling around, and now traveling around Spain is easy. They have high-speed trains, buses, airplanes, you can rent a car, and all of which I did before very easily. My friends and I, we'd arrive at whatever city, usually on a train at the train station. You get up to street level and you find a hostel. Now, it's not hostile, like mad or violent. No, it's hostel, H-O-S-T-A-L. I'm going to put some pictures so you know what I'm talking about. It's like a hotel, but less flashy. A lot of times when you hear hostel, you might hear of youth hostel. No, these are different, in Spain at least. They're kind of like family-run places, and they're cheaper than hotels, but really, it's all you need. And they're located everywhere, but a lot of times they're centralized in downtown or by train stations and stuff like that. And they're perfect for what you need as a traveler. And I swear, all the times we traveled, my friends and I, we never had a problem finding a hostel. You'd look up and you'd see the sign for the hostel. You press the doorbell and they'd answer. You'd say, hey, do you have any rooms available? All in Spanish. They say, yeah, come on in. You register, you check in, set your stuff down, then you go about exploring for however long you're going to stay there. It was great. It was never a problem finding a room. And this is a big one. We never made reservations. Like I said, we just get off the train, go find a hostel, ring, you got a room, yep, great, sign in, done. Never made reservations. But this summer, when I went, I figured, I'm just going to play it by ear, fly by the seat of my pants, do it like I used to do it almost 30 years ago, find a hostel, do it exactly the same. It didn't work, guys. I failed miserably. And it was scary to not be able to find a place to stay. Now, I will say, with the help, thank goodness, of Indoor AF, my brother, he suggested at least when you fly to Barcelona, at least have a hotel reserved there, so a home base to start your whole trip. And I did that, and I'm so thankful that I did. Because the last thing I really needed to do and wanted to do after an 8-hour-long flight across the pond is, in Spain's second largest city, try and find a place to stay. So that worked out. And then I continued east along the north of Spain. I wanted to go from Barcelona to Gijón and then down to Madrid. Finish my trip where I started 30 years ago. Again, I'll put up maps in that. I got to Santander, and I had never been there before, and I could not find a place to stay. The only place that was available was a 4-star hotel, and this guy does not need a 4-star hotel, nor does his wallet. It was literally the only place. And that, coupled with the heat, Spain was going through a heat wave, as much of Europe was as well. high tourist season, that's probably one of the main reasons why I couldn't find rooms so easily. It just became overwhelming, and doing all this by yourself, it made me very anxious and worried, scared. And I said, if I continue on like this trip is not going to be fun. It's going to be more torture. I got to cash it. I got to get out. So I did. I booked a flight back home, and I had to go back to Barcelona and fly out from there. I look at it as a failure. I wanted to have this experience, and it didn't match my expectations at all. But I learned a lot about my failures. One of which is, will you make the darn reservations? It's so easy now. 30 years ago, we didn't have that, and it was never a problem. So I want to do this again. I'm not beaten down. I'm looking forward to going back to Spain and doing it the right way. I think when you get to a new city or town or whatever, at least have a place to stay. Call it your home base, your headquarters. You can put your stuff down and just take a deep breath and relax. The last thing you want to do is go looking for a place. It's just unnecessary, especially at this stage in life. When I was 21, it wasn't a big deal. Plus, I was with people, and it takes a lot of the burden off just you, and it subconsciously takes a weight off your shoulders. You can share the experience. You can share the ups and downs. So I'm not totally dissuaded. In fact, one thing I did learn and wasn't a failure at is my complete. I've gotten completely over any issues with flying, my fear of flying. Now I absolutely enjoy it. I love it. Okay, guys, I'm packing up to get out of here, and I'm going to bring out some of this trash. I already have some in my backpack, and I'm going to bring out the air pad with me. Anyway, about the failure thing, one last thing is, like I said, it's okay to fail, but I get the feeling that a lot of you are scared to fail. Look, you can't be. It's going to happen. It's an inevitability. Just go with it. It's okay to fail. Anyway, I want to thank you for watching. Stay tuned for the next video. And in the meantime, click like and subscribe. Adios. Really? Come on.